Hey Mira, what's the fun fact for the day?
The Earth used to be purple.
Studies have shown that it was purple between 2 to 3 billion years ago.
Up next, let's see how some VIPs in our building are defending station.
What are your plans for this school year? Or what are you excited about? Or are there any events you're looking forward to this year?
So for this school year, being the principal just over the last year and a few months, and doing it all while in the middle of the pandemic has been challenging as it relates to being able to be around the kids and the faculty and staff and the community itself. Allow them to get to know me and me getting to know them, and us building organic relationships. I'm really excited just in general about having people in the building. I've really enjoyed seeing our kids and being able to meet our parents. Now, as it relates to goals as a school, I want to make sure that our kids are developing the skills and habits necessary to be successful once they walk out of here and they get more than a high school diploma from the academies of Bryan Station High School.
I think you've seen the recent TikToks that kids been posting. How do you feel about the amount of vandalism that's been going on at the school?
Fortunately, social media can be a good thing, but it can also unfortunately have some negative effects on people. Kids and all of us forget about the impact that that type of behavior has on others, such as, we have a custodian crew that anytime something's vandalized, our custodians who work many hours and are short-staffed are the ones that are having to clean that up and fix our bathrooms. And I know that there's not a custodian in this building that wouldn't do anything for any kid in this building. And I hope that kids make sure that if that goes on, that we just don't bring it into station. It's not what we do here. I know we talk about defending station. We talk about the pride of the Northside. And if you're wanting to do behavior like that, you need to really reflect on your place in our school and what that type of behavior may have on your ability to continue to represent at station, and because that's just not what we stand for here.
What are your plans for the school year?
So my plans for this school year are really to help reignite the academies of Bryan Station after COVID and having a spell of us being virtual and not really being able to bring in business partners and some of those real world learning opportunities. That's really my goal this year, is to start to try to rebuild some of those community partnerships and activities and those big events that the Academies of Bryan Station has become known for, and really bring in some of the outside world to you all and take you all to the outside world more.
Is there anything planned?
We are going to still have college visits for freshmen. We're going to try to have a virtual career fair again for the freshmen. And then, as much as possible, bring in business and community members to work on projects with the different academies.
How does it feel to be working at a school you graduated from? How does it feel?
So I am a proud alumni, the class of 2001. Whoop, whoop. I bleed green and gold. I love working here. I wouldn't work for another high school in Fayette County. I really have a passion for our community and for our neighborhood, and I want to show everybody, I've always wanted to show everybody how great Bryan Station is and how amazing our students and staff are. There's a family feel here that is like no other in the city and in the district. So I am incredibly proud to be an alumni and also an administrator at my alma mater.
What are some of your goals for the school year?
This year, we're definitely more excited about getting in more classrooms, interacting with the students and building more relationships.
How exactly do you plan on going about interacting with students and getting in the classroom?
We'll definitely be at sports events. We work pretty much all the games that are going on at station, but getting in the classrooms is just meeting with staff and teachers and seeing hey, what lesson plan are y'all teaching that we can relate with? So, pretty much all the officers here have some type of extra specialty that they have, whether it's EMT or just their backgrounds where they went to college and so on and so forth. So we can relate in that sense and hopefully be able to mix and mingle within the classrooms too.
You mentioned something about training.
During fall break, we'll be doing alert training. So it's just another safety course we take. And we learn the more up-to-date training of what we do if something were to happen in the building, how we can better assist and keep everyone safe.
Can I ask why it's important for students to get parking passes?
So we can identify the parking lot. We got to know who's inside the building. That way, if there's a car here that's not supposed to be here, or there's an issue in the parking lot, we can easily identify who are students, who are teachers, and then from there we can go about better serving the building as well.
So what would you say to students who either cannot afford a pass or don't have the correct documentation?
So we don't actually enforce the payment of the parking passes. That's set by the school administration. So if a student has questions with that, they can reach out to either their academy principal or counselors. But as far as documentation, we just look at license, registration, and then their insurance. If they have issues with that, COVID slowed up a lot, we can talk to them and figure out how to go from there.
Our final question is, how does it feel to be working at the school you graduated from, since I'm told you're an alum?
I am. It's fun. I joke with the guys here. I say I'm a lifer here. I love Station, so it's cool to be back and being able to see like the next generation come through. And you still have that same rich culture here, so it's been fun. I'm enjoying it.
Have you gotten your parking pass yet? The 2021 to 2022 JAG officers are President Denisha Clay, Vice President Kyla King, Secretary Narisha Taylor, Treasurer Trent Watkins, Media Photographer Kumwena Bless, Officer Chairperson Jamarion Shelby. Our Bryan Station JAG Executive Directors are Tyler Wallace and Ayana Busser Anderson. Our first meeting will be this Friday during the beginning of A3. Please report to your A3 class before coming to the JAG room with Ms. Gurton in room 235. Thank you.
Now let's see what the marching band's preparing for this week.
What are you looking forward to in band this year?
I've really noticed a lot of improvement over the last couple years, and I'm really excited to see the underclassmen really grow as musicians and just people, and I feel confident that I'm going to be leaving the band in a much better place than I started.
So tell us about your marching show.
So it's based off Southern University's show. So we're playing Flashing Lights and Don't Stop the Music. We might be adding a third tune, maybe, I don't know. But it's really good this year, and it's sort of we're really in a diverse community, so we wanted to have music from universities that had aspects of diversity. So we were really excited about that. So come to the football games because it's a really good time, and the team's really good this year, and we have a lot of fun. We're playing good music, so definitely come.
So what's happening on October 2nd?
So we're having our big band competition fundraiser of the year. So we're inviting a bunch of different bands to come in and just compete. And so it's going to be a good show. We're going to be going all day. And then at the end of the night, we're going to be performing ourselves. It's going to raise a lot of money for the band and help our program.
And now Elliot and Maggie with some current events.
If you haven't heard, the world's caffeine supply has a huge shortage right now.
Since China is the main supplier of caffeine and it's a controlled substance there, it cannot be exported as much as it's needed.
On top of this, coffee bean prices are rising because of a record drought in Colombia, which is a huge supplier of coffee beans.
Coffee bean prices are going up in all parts of the world because of this. Watch out for a price change in your coffee.
The good part of this caffeine shortage, though, is that it's causing more people to lean towards natural caffeinated drinks like tea.
Moral of the story, caffeinated products are getting more expensive. Watch your spending.
That's all for now.